Good morning. My name is Rajesh Srivastav. I join you from RSR Global UK. I'm joined together by Dr. Tijore and Ms. Kristine. And we're going to talk about our recruitment in the NHS or National Health Service in the UK. I have a screen to share with you. I would like to take your permission to share the screen and I will talk you through from there onwards. Okay, so there we are, nursing jobs in the UK. And as I mentioned, we are joined together by Dr. Sameet Tijore, MBBS MD. He is Associate Director of RSR Global UAE. At the same time, he's also consultant doctor for RSR and is based in Dubai. We also joined together with Mr. Kristine Timbang. She works for National Health Service in the United Kingdom. This session is recorded and streamed live through Facebook and YouTube. The recording of the session will be available on the Facebook in the coming days and also on YouTube as well. Please keep your microphone switched off. We will take your questions at the end of the presentation. You can contact us on contact@rsrglobal.co, or if you need to contact RSR Global in the UK, you can call us on 0044 800 256 2978. RSR Global is working to be among one of the leading education and recruitment consultants in the healthcare and manpower industry worldwide. With offices across 14 countries, we can truly identify the most talented applicants and use expertise in identifying healthcare career to place candidates effectively in suitable jobs. We have a dedicated team of professionals who pride themselves in delivering individualized services for our clients and applicants. Today we have Dr. Sameet Tijore, Associate Director, also Consultant Doctor for RSR Global, based out of UAE, and Ms. Kristine Timbang. She works for Sandwold and West Birmingham NHS Trust, UK. Dr. Tijore is an award-winning team leader with years of experience in healthcare, including 10 years of sales experience in sales for a multi-million-dollar medical device and medical consumable company, including Johnson & Johnson and 3M. Dr. Tijore is an expert in clinical application, technical and content development, product penetration, and sales team management. Welcome on board, Dr. Tijore. We also joined together with Ms. Kristine Timbang. She's a senior theatre practitioner in Band 6, Sandwold and West Birmingham NHS Trust. She has been with NHS Trust for over 18 years. Kristine has specialized in trauma and orthopedic surgery and currently acting as theatre team lead. She's originally from Manila, Philippines, and graduated from the University of Santo Tomas. So this is what I had to welcome you all today. I would like to, without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Tijore to come on board and introduce himself and talk to us on his journey through the years and how he can assist us all, or people who are interested to move to UK National Health Services from Middle East and other part of the world for a suitable employment. Dr. Tijore, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Rajeshji. Welcome, everybody. I would send my greetings. Good afternoon from India, from Mangalore. Basically, I will be based out in Dubai. So we'll be catering to the needs of the nurses based in UAE. I would like to give a small presentation. This is basically how to take this approach of moving to UAE. Giving a background of myself, I've a pass out of medical school from Mumbai, practiced as an anesthetist. Then I moved into the clinical, work with Johnson & Johnson, basically into the bariatric aspect. So we were more into training of nurses, training of junior surgeons with the application techniques. So let me share my screen where I can Perfect. Is it visible?
Yes, Dr. Tijore.
Perfect. So in a small presentation, I would kind of brief on how to make this journey from your home country, would be based in UAE, in Philippines, and the journey to UK. Basically, this is a presentation from Ms. Dipti Prasad. So I will be using this presentation. So basically, the eligibility to apply, uh, you would need to be a BSc, completed your BSc nursing, a diploma in some cases. It is relevant that you have 1 year of working experience. It could be in a hospital setup. It could be in a medical center. So it's important that at least 1 year of relevant patient care experience. Coming to the language, you need the IELTS or you need the OAT. I think we have a separate presentation on the details into the eligibility. So I would just touch base over here. I'll not go much in the details. However, we do know that there are some exceptions because of the current situation. The NHS is trying to make it more feasible and more easier for applicants to move to UK. So basically, what the journey would start is with the self-assessment. So the candidate would first need to make sure that they're eligible as applicants. So there is an online assessment on the NMC website. That's the website which kind of gives you the accreditation. So you need to create an account. There's a nominal fee of £140, and once the account is created, you will need to kind of send your document, which is your qualification. Once that is evaluated, once the qualification has been evaluated, you would then need to take a computer-based test. Now, this is a test which is basically taken within your home country. You can take it within your home country. You would also need to forward the detailed CV, which is updated with your past working experience, your current profile, your activities, your interests. So it's always better to have a detailed CV where you also highlight your charity work if you have volunteered for any a noble cause. So it's better to have a detailed CV. Now, as you like, once the computer based test is completed, okay, it is important, basically, okay, let me just give you a gist of what the computer based test is. It is basically just to kind of understand if you have the knowledge of the functioning in the hospital. So this is not much into the detail, but it will kind of highlight on the simple protocols and the procedures that take place in your day to day. So the blood pressure monitoring. So just technical little bit of questions, which we would guide you accordingly of how you can excel in this. This is a multiple choice question. Again, you can take it from the center based in your home country, depending on the country. You would receive the results within 48 hours. So there's not much of a delay, and this test is valid for about 2 years. The cost is around £38. Uh, NHS, the trust, they refund you your cost for this journey. There are multiple costs, and NHS can refund your cost. So once you have finished the computer-based test, you have passed the test, you would get a pass or a fail result. Once you have passed it, then you need to open a account with NMC, which is a portal, which is an admission portal where you upload your documents. There is a list of documents, and let me assure you that during this journey, right from the beginning, RSR Global will be supporting and guiding you throughout. So there is a documents which is uploaded on the portal, and there is a set of documents which needs to be sent through courier. So there's a list of documents, and then these documents which you are sending by courier will be barcoded, so it's easier to assess them. Kind of, you know, it goes to the right authorities. One more important point is you have to make sure and again we will guide you in that, is the documents reach the correct authorities. You need to have the right documents reaching to the right authorities. So once this is all formulated, you have uploaded your documents and everything, and NMC receives your uh, documents. It's all uploaded in the system. Then they will assess the entire application. So they will take into consideration your CBT scores. They will take consideration your past experience, your uh, education qualification, and then you would receive a decision letter from the NMC, which kind of enables you to proceed with the final stage of your application, which is you can apply for the visa, you can prepare for the OSCE exam, which is more clinical exam, and the entire process takes around 40 to 60 working days. So during this time, RSR Global will use their channels to kind of reach out to different employers in UK with your application. So once all this is completed, you have finished with your interviews with the employer, you receive a certificate of sponsorship. With this, you would be then applying to for your tier 2 visas. Now again, we have our partners which would help you into this entire process, right from the application to your visa process to your ticketing. uh, Even you would have the pastoral care once you have reached on UK soil. So once you have reached, let's assume everything is worked out, and you have your visas, your tickets, everything. You have reached uh, UK. You would be then appearing for the OSCE training, which is after uh, starting to work like 4 to 6 weeks in the hospital over there. So they kind of help you, they prepare you for this exam. It's more what you're doing currently, it's more the clinical aspect. You have different stations where you will be kind of given a small task and like, your daily nursing scenarios, which are taken care. The cost is around £800, which is again reimbursed for the first 2 attempts for the OSCE exam. You have a total of 3 attempts you can give for this. The thing is, the NHS, your hospital, your employer will make an attempt to uh, help you, support you in this exam. They will provide you with all the required knowledge, and because they have already invested you upon you, they want you, they have given you an approval. So it's an effort from both, from you as a candidate and from the employer to be a part of this. So you start with band 5. The details of this will be given to you in the next presentation. And this is just a summary of the process. So you have a process of NMC, which is the registration, and the employment process. And in both the processes, RSR Global is going to be walking with you along and will guide you to proceed. So thank you for your time. I think I will stop sharing my screen, and we'll take the question and answer session at the end of the presentation. I think it would be nice if Mr. Rajesh, can you take over with the next?
Thank you very much, Dr. Tijore. Absolutely wonderful, Dr. Tijore. As we mentioned just a few minutes ago, and it's a brilliant thing what Dr. Tijore has talked about, the process, how to register for National Health Services or NMC, as you mentioned. A part of it will be recovered again by me subsequently. As I mentioned previously, we also have joined together with Ms. Kristine Timbang. I would like to invite Mr. Kristine to come and introduce herself to the team. Mr. Kristine, would you like to join us and talk to us through? And
Hello,
yes,
yes. Good
right.
morning from UK here. Hello. Hi, Christine, as I said, I'm from Sunnyvale and West Birmingham Hospital. I've been here for more than 18 years. I'm a band 6 and the advanced theater practitioner. So basically, I'm specialized in trauma orthopedic, but I deal with everything mostly. So I'm originally from Philippines and I came here 2002. Well, I graduated from University of Santo Tomas. So probably some of you Filipinos listening there, you know, University of Santo Tomas, one of the best school university in Philippines producing nurses. So yeah, came here 2002 and started a family here. We're all citizen here, and I do love enjoying with the NHS. That's why I stayed here basically. That's why I'm still here. So yeah, and I invite you to come here and join us here.
Thank you, Kristine. Absolutely wonderful. You know, it's. I know it's a good place, and from the different sessions or conversation we had with Kristine, she's loving the country. It's a very good country, to tell you all. It's a very good country where you have the same rights, equal standards with everybody who lives here. Easy to adopt. People are very receptible. They love you. They let you settle down here, and they welcome you actually. So we have hardly seen people who have once come to UK have returned back unless until they have a family situation or a personal reason. But most people who come here settle down here for various reasons. Next part of the presentation, I have a small slide to talk you through. It's most of it, the aspects which I'm going to talk through is already been covered by Dr. Tijore. Once I have done this session, we receiving a lot of questions, and we will take you through chat line, and we will put it in front of Dr. Tijore, Ms. Kristine, to talk us and advise us and give us the best answers. So let me share the screen, and I'm going to be with you in a second. There we are. So this is what we have. Give me a second. I think so. We have spoken about. This is the thing what I would like to talk to you about: working in the NHS. Let's see. There we go. National Health Service in the UK. It's a wonderful organization. It's a wonderful country to come and settle down here, to work here. And we have thousands and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands, probably millions of people from our part of the world, or we call it India or Philippines or Middle East or other part of the world, who have come to this country, and they all came to work or earn a living, and they found this place to be very helpful, very happy, and most of them people have stayed on here. So NHS is the National Health Service, which looks after the medical service healthcare in the UK, part of government. There are various trusts in the UK, and they manage and look after the healthcare across the country. As Dr. Saab mentioned previously, obviously the qualification is BSc Nursing, either certificate or diploma, with 1 year minimum relevant experience in the field of nursing. And obviously, when they need to come here, they need to have certain IELTS UKVI academic score, as listed below in terms of listening, reading, or speaking at 7 and writing 6.5 or 80 at grade B. Now, the government of Great Britain or the Home Office has come out with a new stipulation, which does give a bit of a leeway in terms of people who come from English-speaking country. If they have done their studies in 10th or 12th or graduation level, or while they were doing BSc in English, they do have a little bit of leeway. But in principle, until it becomes official from NHS, it's still the rule stays the same. And they would encourage someone who has got this IELTS scores. The reason being, when they come here, 90% or 95% of the population are actually from local, and it's best to learn and speak and able to speak in English, so that they can communicate with the people around here. The employer, obviously, NHS is one of the team where we are trying to encourage employment, but at the same time, we are also working with private employers to help them to with private employers, as well as with other care homes, and they all need to have something called a certificate of sponsorship to employ expatriates in this country. NHS has a trust, they normally maintain it, but the private ones also get this from the government. And based on the number of certificates they are issued, they can employ X number of staff into their organization. When you come here on a tier 2 visa as a skilled migrant, initially for 3 years, but it gets extended. And and we take people on board as a band 5 nurse, and that is in terms of NHS. When it comes to a private employer or a care home, the band changes, and there are different roles comes along. Now, RSR Global is a company which has been approved to be one of the organization which can employ people from different part of the world, including from India, from Philippines, from China, from South Africa, from Australia, from Poland, and many other countries. And we have offices across 14 countries, or almost 52 offices, and we are there to help you all to come to this country. The salaries, which is very important in band 5, it ranges between 24,900 to 30,000. The salary is up for review, and it will be increasing soon. The standard hours of work is 37.5 hours per week. Normally you do 8-hour shift, which has 30 minutes of break time, which is not paid for. So hence the reason is 37.5 hours. The work-life balance is absolutely brilliant. You can earn extra, almost by 60% more for working on bank holidays and Sundays. And if you are working 30% more if you're working on nights and Saturdays. Paid leave is 35 working days per year. As we say, 37.5 hours is split into 5 days. Sometimes they work 4 days. It's a flexible thing. You can have as many hours you want and as many days you can work. But most people work 3 to 4 days or 5 days a week. So band 5, the wages are listed out here. Depending upon number of years of experience, it keeps on going up. And this is all for review. So very soon we're looking towards NHS and the government to come back with what new salary scales have been provided. The government here also provides you comprehensive pension scheme, and depending upon 7.5 to 7.1 to 9.3%, depending on starting salary. And this also helps you with your healthy and secure retirement at subsequent age. When you come here, the biggest thing which attracts and which has attracted over the years people who come to UK, when you come here on a tier 2 visa, means your partner can work full time and he can come as a dependent. So he comes as dependent visa. He can work whatever they like to work, or he or she can work wherever they find employment, they can do the work. The schooling is free. So the kids who come here, they get free schooling all the way until A level, which is year 13. And subsequently, if they want to, if they settle down here and they want to do studies in the universities, you count by the time they get to university level. And if you have already received PR and all, or a British national, you've changed your passport to a British national, so you have a local fees which they need to pay. The medical treatment is free. So people who come here, whatever be the medical treatment, whether it's a simple operation to the most complicated operation, surgery, it's all covered by the government and is paid for. There are two parts of the test which Dr. Tijore specified initially before coming here. One is called CBT, which is a computer-based test, and OSCE examination. Which is these two tests are competency tests, and anybody who has been a nursing career, who's been a nurse for a couple of years, it's very easy for them to pass through this. The CBT test, obviously, the fees is paid by you initially, but when you reach here, it gets reimbursed. You get on-site accommodation on arrival, and normally they do give you accommodation for a month. Sometimes some trusts can give you up to 3 months. Later on, they help you find accommodation of your own. Your ticket fees, your visa fees is paid by National Health Services and most of the employers. And what we are doing as RSR Global to facilitate nursing staff and other healthcare workers who are happy to come to UK. By the way, we're also working towards employing doctors, dentists, radiologists, and other spectrum of jobs within the healthcare to the UK. Going back to IELTS and OET, RSR Global has decided to offer you decided to help you with paying the fees. So we will reimburse whatever IELTS or OET fees it's going to be. And apologies if I may ask you to kindly mute your microphone, please. Well, I suppose somebody is enjoying driving around and we having this. Anyway, moving on further, they help you with the induction when you get here to the UK. They welcome you in. They want you to settle down here, and they help you with learning about UK NHS culture and values, and all sort of training, because it's very important for the National Health Service or most of the employers to ensure that you are trained, you're taught, your skills gets upgraded. Not only they train and teach you as per their own NHS cultures or another private operators culture, but at the same time they also look forward to training from your end as well. So they like to learn a lot from you as well, and that's why it's a two-way traffic, where both the sides are taught and trained and explained when they get here to the UK. Pastoral care, very important. RSR Global provides very strong pastoral care, but we are a second-hand support for you. NHS or most private operators, they also provide very good pastoral care, from receiving you at the airport, uh, taking you to to the destination, making sure your accommodation is sorted out, and everything else. So it's a very wonderful organization. RSR Global backs us up, and in case of any eventuality, we will also make sure to receive you at the airport, help you with whatever information you need. Making if you need to buy you a dinner on the day, that's not a problem at all. We'll make sure that you have the prepaid travel card issued out to you, and you don't have a problem. Now, this is RSR Global all about. Now, I would like to apologize. I'll have to mute certain people on the screen, and it's very difficult for us. Sorry, I can't find him. Who's this person? But anyway, moving on from there. So this is RSR Global to support you, help you through settle down here. But same time, NHS or most private operators, they make sure RSR Global or the NHS or any private operators, they all have a very fantastic way of settle down here, making sure you're welcome and you are well received here. The training, the teaching, the lifestyle, they will walk you down. They will make sure they will support you, make your life a very comfortable journey. Now, RSR Global, I would like to share one last thing, which is on the company's website, to get you an idea as to how to get all this information and where you can get it. This is the RSR Global website. You can go on the website, and on the website, you can find all the necessary information on NHS is specified here. What support we provide from RSR Global in terms of job screening, IELTS examination, helping with CBT, document verification and stuff like that. And the kind of grade we are trying to employ people in the case of nursing staff, the standards for IELTS and everything else, and what sort of pastoral care we provide you when you get to the UK. You will find all necessary forms out here. So if you click on the website or Nursing and Midwifery Council, the forms are available here. You can click on the link and it will take you to the website where you can register with. So you have all the information which is available down here, and you can the test and all the stuff. There's some figures which have been changed, and it'll be updated in a very near future. I'll have to apologize, if you don't mind. I'll have to. I'm sorry about that. Someone was not able to listen, and we had a bit of an interruption, so I had to take the gentleman out from the screen. But going back to the company. We have all the information which you need. You can go on the NMC website. You can register for all the tests and everything else, what you need to be doing. You can get all the information what you need to get on how to register with the National Nursing and Midwifery Council. The information is put out here. Furthermore, if you need information on IELTS, and if you're based in India or if you're based in Philippines or any other part of the world, you can go on the site. You can find it here. It also tells you the nearest IELTS training center. So how to register. You need to go on IELTS for UKVI lifestyle. So this is the one you need to pick up. And for example, if I say Philippines, and I'll need to find our nearest test centers. We have a few in Cebu or Bagayo or Manila. So there are information available here. You can go straight from here. You can book a test. It'll tell you what you need to do, whether you're registering for a paper-based test or life skill test or whatever. So information are available. Furthermore, when you write off abroad in the UK, there's the information given to you in terms of how to download a form and where to apply for a UK visa and all. Though RSR Global has its own offices at different places to help you with the visas and ticketing and all this stuff. But if you need to do something, this information is also available. And the last but not the least, before coming here, obviously you need to have medical diagnostics tests and all done. You have information available on that as well. So basically, it also specifies what sort of healthcare checks are needed and all. The test, everything is authentic, everything is tested, everything is known, and they are taken from the government of Great Britain. So talking about RSR Global, we are there to help you. We are there to assist you, and we have all the necessary information. And we'd like you to contact one of our nearest centers. If you have any issue, if you're not able to connect with them, do call us on 0800 256 2978 in the UK, or you have offices which you can find contacts to the offices on the websites and the nearest one to you. We have at the moment managing 52 offices across the world. By March 2021, we'll have another 50 more offices coming up. And by end of July, we'll have almost 300 offices across the world. So we're all there at your service to help you, assist you, to make your journey as smooth as possible. And we would like to see you come and work for the National Health Services, private operators, care homes, and everything else in the country. And any assistance or any query, feel free to contact. So that's what we all about RSR Global. We are getting a lot of questions as we speak, and I would like to raise them one by one. Most of them are directed to Kristine. Kristine, the people are very interested on working in NHS, and some questions have come through, and one of them is career opportunity for advancement within NHS. So you must have come. Did you come as a band 5 and then you moved on, or how's been your journey, ma'am?
Well, initially when we came here, I started, that was long time ago, 2002. I started as a band 4 because I don't have my PIN number yet, but it didn't took a while. We just waited for 3 months basically, and I need to do my adaptation period. So just after 3 months, I became band 5, and then carry on, became band 6. It's easy to progress really, especially now, this time now. Basically for 2 years band 5, you can progress after that to band 6. There's a lot of progression there really.
That's
So
very nice. That's very nice, Kristine. Obviously, she came in a long time ago, and over the years, she has moved up. And we have so many examples of people who are here, and over the years, they have progressed. They have lived here. I have met Kristine daughter other day, and she studies in year 8. Which year is she in?
she's in year 5.
Year
They're doing
5.
online lesson at home at the moment. The 3 of them are.
All right. That's
Yes.
very nice. Kristine, someone has put a question, and they said, nurses who are here, they are both male and female in NHS, aren't they?
Oh
Is there
yes, it's a mixed. It's a mixed.
is a
Yes.
mix? And someone wants to know if is there a difference in salary?
The difference in salary, because we got this pay band scale. So as I said, you start as a band 5, and then you progress to band 6, band 7. It's up to you. There's no limit there how far you want to go. So basically, as I said, band for 2 years, you could be band 5, but after that, you can progress quickly to band 6, and your salary will jump from the band 5 where you stop there, jump to the minimum of the band 6, which is about, I think the starting for the band 6 is about 30, I think. So if you stop on the 27,000 there, you will jump, if you get the band 6 post, you will jump to 30,000, I think, the starting for the band 6. So that is a really, really good
All right, no,
offer.
no, but the question, I think that's very nice of you, Kristine. But I think the question was, is there a difference in salary if you're a male nurse or a female nurse?
Oh, no, no, no. There's no sexism here. They're all the same. They're all the same.
I would imagine so, because I know the rules are very different, and uh, people cannot be discriminated on the basis of whether they're male or female,
Yes.
or what age they are, or which nationality they are. It's all the
Yeah.
same, and the rules and regulations are the same. The rules for me, or for that matter, a common man, and the prime minister is the same again. So that's never a problem, and that's the beauty of this country. But that's very kind of you. Now this question comes here. The question comes from a lady called Smita Sahu. She wants to know what will be the ban for someone having 15 years of service experience in India. I think I would like to answer to this, Smita. The intake in the UK is band 5. Correct me, Kristine, isn't it?
That's true. Yes. Yes. That's the starting point.
So this is the thing where when you come in to this country, the age, the experience does influence your wages. That's no doubt, but the entry point is band 5, and then you have to progress from there. And the same thing happens in one of the very beautiful services here called police services. When they join the police service in this country, they all join as a constable, and whether over the years they grow up to be superintendent or a chief of police or whatever, but they all have to start at one stage. Unlike some other countries where they can start at as a constable level, or as a DSP level, or a IS level, or whatever. So this is the beauty, because that they start at one level. The experience and they gain over the years is absolutely wonderful. So this is one question which is coming. I hope we have been able to answer to you. Dr. Tijore,
Yes.
this question comes to you, sir. And this is the kind of help and assistance someone can expect from your office, which is in UAE. Would you like to talk them through, sir?
Sure. That's a very nice question. The thing is, RSR Global UAE will be with you right from the journey that you start, even after you reach UK. So we'll make sure that we are with you. We'll guide you through about the journey, like how you make your application, how you process your documents, right from processing your visa, your even IELTS. We can support you on that. How you approach the exams. Uh, and one thing I wanted to make very clear is it's a free recruitment. So nowhere in between during this process, my office or any other RSR global office, you have to pay. The charges what you would incur during this is the charges towards NHS, towards your registration, which will be reimbursed most of the times. And so basically, it's a free recruitment provided from UAE office throughout the journey. Does that answer the question?
That's absolutely. Thank you very much, Dr. Tejore. It's an absolute wonderful. There's a question which has come through, and I would like to address it to Deepti ji. I'm sorry, Deepti ji. I know you are attending the session, and the most of the things which has been prepared today has been done by Deepti. Deepti, you looks after an compilation of all the nursing recruitment in the UK. She is based in Kent, and she can always be contacted through kent at rsrglobal.co. Deepti ji, I know you came in as to attend the session, but this question has come through,
Yeah, of
and
course,
this
I'd
is
love to
basically,
answer.
and that question is on IELTS or OET. Someone wants to know, and a little bit of clarity. Thank you, Mr. Das. I know this has been a bone of contention for a long time, but there we go, Deepti ji. Would you like to answer to that, ma'am?
All right. So the criteria which we initially laid out was that, for the English language qualification, you need IELTS or OET. And There were other things which were like, no, there were other routes also which was being explored. And for other side, like say, if the patient, sorry, so we were in touch with the authorities here, and what they suggested was that when a person wants to come, because there's such a big shortage of nurses here, when the person wants to come here, even if they don't have IELTS OET, and if they are from an English speaking country, their like no their qualification and other things can be considered while evaluating it when they submit the documents at NMC. Having said that, when you look in the NMC website also, and when spoken to NMC people, what they say that is that there is a criteria that, if you're trained in English, and even if you're from a like no non-speaking like no from a non-English country, you can still apply, but the chances are less likely, because it happens is that, you have to still, they would still say that, you still need to do IELTS or OET. So what I'll say is that for advising any of the candidates, it's always good to say them to go for IELTS OET, because that will also help them to be very well prepared and confident to come here. There are other ways they can try, but it's not 100% guaranteed, to my information at the moment.
Thank you very much, Deepti. Thanks for answering the question. Obviously, there are a lot of new directives have come from Home Office, and we're looking at it. We have been in touch with Nursing and Midwifery Council. We have been talking to NHS and all this stuff, and we will have absolute 100% accurate reports sending out to everyone in a day or two. But latest by this Sunday, we will know the clarity. The government says those who have studied in English medium or from English medium countries, English speaking countries, sorry, including people coming from Australia, New Zealand, or for that matter, South Africa, if they want to come in here and they've done their studies of the graduate secondary school, higher secondary graduation in English, then they should be exempted from IELTS. But the directive has not gone on to as yet to the NHS. It's only a temporary relief given because the need of the hour is to recruit between almost 50,000 nurses in the country. And that's the reason they're looking. But it's a very temporary thing. But the fact being, until we don't have a clarity on this, so we will have to wait for a day or two before we able to come back. But on the interim level, be assured that IELTS would be needed to come here, because the patients you're going to look after are English speaking people, and it's better for them to understand. The question goes to Dr. Tijore, and this is on NMC registration charges and NHS registration charges. You covered that initially during the first part of your session. Would you like to answer that, or Deepti ji, would you like to cover this answer, madam?
Dipti ji can go ahead with that, with the details. Yep.
Sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Nursing and Midwifery Council registration charges, how much is that?
Okay, so the registration charges initially when you send your all the qualification for evaluation, that is £140.
That's the thing. And what happens basically, a question has been raised on multiple question has been raised. One thing on visa, on ticket, OET, OSCE examination. All this is covered by NHS or most employers in the country. And National Health Service definitely does that. This is now RSR Global is supporting you in covering your IELTS fees and also your OET fees. But for that to be covered, you need to appear for the interview and get selected and reach to the UK. And the day you reach here, the fees would be reimbursed to your account. So this is one part of it. Second thing is visa and ticket fees obviously is covered, and this part is done. The healthcare, which you call medical diagnostics, obviously I think is down to you, but this is a very minimalistic amount, and these are basic requirements. Or for that matter, getting your documents translated from one language to English language. I think these are very basic charges which needs to be paid. So I think a little bit onus has to be on to the people as well who are happy to come to the UK. Now, one part which we have mentioned previously is on the wages, which is a very important part compared to what wages nurses get probably in India, and similar amount is paid in Philippines. The wages are almost 10 times of what they get paid there. So obviously to get paid 10 times the wages, a little bit of effort needs to be made and a little bit of preparation needs to go into making way to the UK. End of the day, it's all your effort and your skill which makes the matter. When you come here, you do your OSCE examination, and that too, obviously, as Dr. Tijore covered earlier, that two of the tests are paid by NHS, our most employers. The third time, obviously, they put it down to a person concerned, and they try, and before they put you for the third test, they make sure that they train you, teach you, and explain you. Because by the time you reach the level where the third examination is taken, a huge amount of money is already been paid by most employers in making sure you reach here in terms of paying for your ticketing and examination and other aspects. So this is a very important thing. But as we said, it's absolutely wonderful. There's a question has come through, and I can answer this, and I would like to get advice from Deepti ji on this matter as well. And this question is, what if someone applies through two agencies for a same job? Deepti, would you like to add on this, and I can elaborate further?
Means the candidate is free to go to approach different, because we can understand they apply, they are very desperate, they are very keen to come here and they can apply. It depends like how we help them with their queries, how smooth the process is with us, and they can go. So it's means the thing is entirely upon the candidate. They can go to two people or two organization. We can't have a say on that. But obviously when we have our processes and everything clear, and what are our USPs are, like we do free recruitment via NHS approved framework, like which is also means a lot, because unless until you are NHS framework approved company, none of the good employees will look at you. So that makes us stands out. Other thing is like for IELTS and OET also, our company has said that they will try to cover the expenses for the candidate, and once they pass but with the with the condition that they need to pass similar to CBT and OPT or CBT and OSCE. So that is again which none of the other companies give this kind of criteria. So it depends, it depends how we portray ourselves, and it will be entirely on the candidate to take the advantages what we are providing. But they are most welcome to try different organizations. We can't have a say on that. Thank you.
That's absolutely right, Deepti ji.
Uh, uh,
Anyone can,
can I
yes,
can I
yes,
just
doctor.
add to this? They can try to different agencies, but the login on the NMC website will be only one. So if they are even approaching different agency, their application will be logged in as just one single application. Once they have the PIN, they have their registration finalized, then they're open to apply to any NHS. Then they can select to any employer or agency. But uh, I would suggest that they stick with one agency when they have to apply for the registration and everything, and then there'll be a kind of a rapport developed. There will be kind of a confidence developed, and with the networking with RSR across the NHS, it becomes easier not just to apply for NHS, but even for private employers. So again, like it depends on what stage the candidate is. If it's the initial stage, I would suggest it's better to stick with one, because you just have one single application for the NMC registration. Followed by that, it's open if they want different agencies, different employers to be reached out. Yep, that's the thing.
No, that makes total sense, Dr. Tijore, and I think that's the right way forward. Only thing is when they are just initially thinking of coming, and when they are in two minds whom to do it, that's entirely their prerogative. But obviously,
Absolutely.
as you said, it has to be one person, and it has to be registration by a one. No, it has to be one registration only. So it's good to stick to one organization.
That's very kind of you. That's very nice. This question actually goes to Kristine. And Kristine, someone wants to know the journey. What made you come to the UK? When you came here to the UK, what sort of help and support was given by your employer? And when you came, was there any specific training which they involved you? And how has been your journey over the last 18 years you've been with the National Health Services in the country? So the multiple questions have been come through, and you'll have to start walking from almost 18 years back all the way to where you are today. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello, yes, that's a lot of question. Basically, I need to start from the beginning. Yeah, that's a bit, 18 years, it's a big, long journey. Well, yes, during that time, a lot of nurses really wants to go here, there. Initially, I was planning to go to America, and then I applied for this job. It came in quickly, so I grabbed this opportunity. So basically, during that time, we don't have Zoom that time. So everything was like face to face. And I went to this agency with my friends. And then we had the interview, a couple of exams, another interview again. And then that's from the hundreds of participants. And then I was fortunately selected. And then the employer came in, and then we had an interview again. And it all went very quickly, really. Within 3 months, I came here, 2002. I was newly married that time yet. So I left my husband. It was 15 of us came here all together. So we had the introduction. There's a lot of help really from the organization. They won't just leave you on your own. There's a lot of opportunities as well. So during that time, I wasn't very keen. I don't know what I'm thinking. I was very keen to apply for Band 6 a lot because I started my family. So and not until about a few years ago, I decided and I said, well, I'll go for it. But for you guys, just go for it. Even though just 2 years as a Band 5, just grab the opportunity, get it, you know. So
That's very nice, Kristine. One thing, Kristine, which well, someone wants to know: do you get Filipino food in the hospital? I'm not sure you get
oh
Filipino food.
well, my time, we really struggled to get a food that time. So it's like we go to the store and we finish all the rice. Yeah, that was 18 years ago. But now I think because there's lots of Filipinos now, lots of Asians. So wherever you go, even the big shop here, Asda, there's Tesco, there's a Filipino product there that you could get. Basically, most of the shops now, there's international foods, Filipino foods. There's a big Asian Chinese supermarket here that you could get your Filipino products, and lots of online as well with the delivery as well.
That's very nice, Christine. Thank you very much. I know, but as one should be aware, when they're coming down here, one thing they miss is the local food. But
Yeah.
that's not an issue at all. You can get all the cuisines of the world in this country. There are thousands and thousands of restaurants, every nooks and corner. So either you can get there, or you want to buy the ingredients, huge supermarkets, you can get from them, or you can order online. So whichever way is convenient, you can do that. There are some restrictions though when bringing food from home country. I think as long as they are sealed and packed, then they are allowed. But they have certain categories where these things are specified. But I think most people who have first come here, when I came, actually, I brought a few things. They were all sealed tight and they didn't stop me while coming in. But I think the same experience has been with everybody else. So it's in totality, it's a wonderful country, a
It
wonderful
is
place to
wonderful
go.
country. Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
Thanks, Christine. Actually, it's a wonderful country to come and live. Uh, there are rules and regulations for everything. As long as you follow the system, no one will ever stop you from no one will ever stop you from anything. They welcome you when you come here. They help you, they train you, they teach you. They take you as one of their own to make your life very comfortable. And that is the beauty of working in the United Kingdom. We are looking at the moment to recruit nursing staff in Band 5, dentists, doctors, other healthcare professionals in national health services and private operators and care homes. So RSR Global is there, and all of this is done to all the services are provided to you free of charge all the way through. All your charges are, most of them, or 99.9% of the charges, including your ticket, visa, are covered by the employers or National Health Service for that matter. And most other private operators do the same thing. We are there to support you with IELTS and OET examination. So once you appear for them, and you want to come here, and when you reach here, obviously those money will be refunded. I think it's been a wonderful session today, meeting all of you. I hope we have been able to answer the question. I would like to thank you all. And anything would you like to add to this, Dr. Tijore? And thank you, Dipti ji. Before, obviously, we came in as a guest, but we had to take your help to answer some of the questions, which is very, it's much appreciated. So, Alan.
Thank you.
And Dr. Tijore, over to you, sir.
Yep. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for giving us your time. Dipti ji, always pleasure work with you. Any questions? You have the details. You have the phone number. You have the website. Reach out to us. We are there for you. That's all. Kristine, ma'am, if you want
Hi.
to close.
Yes, thank you very much for joining this Zoom meeting, and I really enjoyed it. And I hope I've helped you even in a small way. Don't be scared. Come and join us, and I will guarantee that you will enjoy working in the NHS.
Thank you, Kristine. Really appreciate it. Dipti ji, would you like to say something, madam?
It's been very informative. Like, again, it's very important for, and it's more reassuring for any candidate to understand that, it's not a very humongous task. It's very streamlined. And when the associates are there to help them with each and every step, it's going to, and like, no, if even if the associates, if they don't know something, they can always find out things for you to make your journey very smooth. So please feel confident. Please feel like, motivated to apply and get any queries answered by us if you have any. So yeah, all the best to all the candidates who are looking forward to coming here.
Thank you, Dipti ji. Much appreciated. So RSR Global is at your service. We have a unit in UAE. Dr. Tijore is there to help you from there. We have office in Manila as well under RSR Global. And in fact, we are getting 6 more officers joining us in Manila very soon. And we will have access for all the people who are happy to come from Philippines to the UK. Apart from that, in India, we have almost 28 offices at different parts. But in case you're not able to reach out to them, you're more than welcome to connect us directly on contact@rsrglobal.co, or you can call us on 0044 800 256 2978. Thank you all for being here this morning. Really appreciate it. Have a lovely afternoon and enjoy. Take care.
Thank you.